Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley.
I'm Brian.
One of the Switch's first big titles of 2018 is out in just a couple of days, and that's Kirby Star Allies. It's bringing yet another classic Nintendo franchise to its newest console, which is Nintendo's MO.
Yeah, and Kirby fans, they've been waiting a long time for this. It might be hard to believe. It's been 7 whole years since we've seen a mainstream console game for the franchise.
7, really?
Yeah, it's a
Wow,
lot.
okay. Well, so this game isn't just an important one for the Kirby franchise, it's also going to be a big test to see if the Switch can maintain its momentum, which has so far been incredible. Kirby Star Allies kicks off the Switch's sophomore year as Nintendo sees if it can just keep those hits coming.
Yeah, the game releases on Friday. That's just a couple days, so let's ask the question, is it good?
And let's ask that of the critics. So far, the reaction is so-so. The game currently has a 74 on Metacritic, 75 on OpenCritic. That's likely to change as more reviews come in, but so far those numbers indicate pretty mixed reviews. Some critics dug it, a couple really hated it, which dragged the scores down.
And that score, it's a drop-off from some previous Kirby games in recent memory. Now, these are more offshoots, not main lines.
But they're still Kirby overall franchise.
They're Kirby adjacent. 2016's Kirby Planet Robobot got an 81, 2015's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse got a 73, and 2010's Kirby's Epic Yarn got a very respectable 86.
Very respectable. Yeah. Now, just to quickly run down some of the scores from various outlets for this new game, Destructoid and EGM both gave it a 9, IGN gave it an 8.3, US Gamer scored it 4 out of 5, GameSpot gave it an 8, while Polygon, Nintendo Life, and the Sixth Axis all dished out 7s. On the low end, VentureBeat gave Kirby Star Allies a 65 out of 100, and Game Informer gave it a lowly 6.25.
Ooh, so yeah, the opinions, they're all over the map on this game. If you're unaware of the general gist of Star Allies and what it does with the tried and true Kirby formula, basic concept, it's still the same. There's a bad guy, Kirby, you jump around, you float around, you suck things in, you absorb their abilities. It sounds kind of horrifying.
You look real cute.
Yeah.
The big change with this game is actually the 4-player local co-op, with the non-Kirby characters all showing off unique skills that can complement your own.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff you can do. One character can set your sword on fire.
Nice.
You can make those curling ice bombs. Or you can all link up in a big human centipede-style abomination and roll downhill together, stuff like that.
Just what I always wanted.
Yeah.
The consensus from critics seems to be the game's enjoyable with friends, fun to assemble your own squad. It also looks really beautiful on the Switch.
On the not-so-good side, the most common complaint is that the game is far too easy, and if you're not playing with friends, your 3 AI companions make the game kind of a breeze.
And it is, to be fair, that is pretty common for the Kirby franchise. It does tend to be more accessible for younger players, but it's still a legit criticism. First, let's start with the good stuff. For the most part, sounds like longtime Kirby fans will find a lot to love with this game, so that's great. You always want to make the fans happy.
Yeah, EGM wrote, Kirby Star Allies delivers exactly what you expect from a new Kirby game. There's some fun puzzle solving and platforming, a collection of cute new characters to push the story along, and a new twist on some old mechanics to make everything feel fresh. It's probably one of the more complete Kirby games I've played in a long time, and the addition of 4-player local co-op adds a whole new layer of fun with friends.
And that fun with friends thing is a common note across several reviews, because from the sound of it, the 4-player co-op functionality is a great addition to the series in Star Allies.
Yeah, Destructoid, they loved the game. They gave it a 9. They wrote, the whole team mentality is built into the core of Star Allies, and it goes beyond an adorable gimmick. In addition to their massive movesets, which have really come into their almost fighting game-esque own over the years, you can also interact with teammates via elemental properties. Raising a weapon up will clue in the AI or another player to imbue it, allowing you to take over the properties of said element and trigger elemental puzzles.
Well, and what's nice is that friends can drop in and out, or AI can take the reins on the characters as well, so there's a lot to play with there. Makes it easy.
Yeah, and reviewers, they also love the game's visuals and the imaginative backdrops for all that 2D platforming goodness.
IGN wrote, planets and environments will shift between shimmering icy slopes, lush forests and underwater caverns, and fiery volcanic hotspots pelted with dangerous burning meteors. Each location looks crisp and stylized, and even with my team of 4 exploding enemies left and right, I never saw the action dip below its smooth 60 frames per second.
That all sounds great.
And that is a lot to like. If
Yeah.
you're into Kirby, if you want to like Kirby, you're going to find stuff that you do like there.
Yeah, and now on the not so good, the negative side, a lot of outlets had a number of problems with the game, including issues with the AI and what many considered to be a too easy difficulty level.
As Game Informer noted, having 4 players makes combat a virtual cakewalk, letting you breeze through pretty much every encounter.
Yeah, Game Informer wrote, as a series, Kirby titles are generally designed to be friendly to younger players, but when gingerly tapping the attack button without any regard for position or stolen ability is enough to complete any objective, it gets boring. Having AI partners makes things ridiculously easy, as they do most of the work. They can even solve puzzles for you before you get a chance to consider the solutions.
So, yeah, bit of a downside. Its reviewer added that while the last 2 Kirby games on 3DS showed the series can have interesting level design, Star Allies plays out as a series of flat horizontal slogs.
God is a Geek noticed the same thing, saying, there's no other way of saying it, this game is just too easy. Maybe there's some hidden Celeste challenging levels somewhere, but honestly, a game shouldn't put you off because it's boring you. You shouldn't have to wade through content you're not enjoying to get to the good stuff, which is how Star Allies felt to me.
Although I don't know that we need to go quite Celeste levels of sadistic. Like, come on, that's the whole other end of the spectrum.
This is a game about
that's
a pink...
just mean.
Yeah, this is about a pink cloud. Let's put it in perspective.
Celeste, just hearing the name and I've got anxiety and I'm seeing myself die repeatedly.
Oh, it was so good though.
It was really good. While some reviewers mentioned the game would probably be fun to play with kids in a family style setting, again, because of the easiness, if you're looking for a challenge, may not be the game for you.
But not everybody had a problem with the difficulty or lack thereof because that's a Kirby game for you.
Yeah, US Gamer defended the game's difficulty level, writing, more than any other game in the series, Kirby Star Allies made me appreciate what Kirby games are all about. They're not about showing off sharp reflexes or struggling against insurmountable odds. Kirby games are playgrounds, places to frolic and experiment without worrying too much about thickly armored enemies in bottomless pits.
That seems valid.
I mean, it is in the spirit of Kirby. If you don't like easy games, you may not like Kirby games in general.
Right.
If you like Kirby games, this is going to be more of that kind of gameplay, more of that kind of style, more of that kind of difficulty. So, you know, it depends on your preference.
Yeah, Dark Souls Remastered is in a few more months, so you can hang on for that.
So that's all we know for Kirby Star Allies. Are you planning on picking it up? Let us know in the comments.
And for all your gaming news, be sure to like this video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the Know.